I'm disappointed that the North Carolina Democratic Party, the national folks, have not done more in promoting what the Democratic Party can do for the economy of our rural communities. And I think the party's kind of fallen short on that.
By every conceivable measure, Charles Graham is a long-shot candidate. He's attempting to turn back the tide in the southeastern corner of North Carolina, where there's been a red wave in recent election cycles. Graham will need the help of the Democratic Party if he wants to be the state's first Native American elected to Congress.
Charles Graham.
Lumberton, North Carolina, in Robeson County, is home to the largest Native American tribe east of the Mississippi River, the Lumbees. They've been fighting for federal recognition for 130 years, but to no avail. Lumbees make up roughly 44% of the county's population, an important portion of the electorate. But this group continue their shift to the GOP, voting for Trump in both 2016 and 2020 after being reliably Democratic voters for years.
Former President Trump came to my county.
Weeks before the election?
Just weeks before the election, drumming up support. Can you imagine if Michelle Obama, if she came to Robeson County, what that would mean to the folks in this county and what it would do to turn out the base?
Ambrose and Joyce Locklear are hay farmers in Robeson County and members of the Lumbee tribe. They remember Trump's visit well.
Trump coming here, he put on big speech. He hold big parties.
They said, "Sir, you have to be here with the Lumbee tribe." I said, "Explain to me about the Lumbee tribe." And they did, but you have congressmen that are with you all the way. Republican, they happen to be Republican, but what can you do?
When he come into Robeson County, amongst the Indian population, that he was going to make sure before his term went out, he's going to have us recognized.
Did that happen?
No. No, that did not happen.
But it's still a sizable number of Lumbees are still
Yes.
entertaining
Yes.
the thought of voting Republican.
Right.
Because of that.
Yes.
Now, would it make a difference if Biden made that same
Probably
push?
would have. Probably would have.
Are Democrats coming down to this to Robeson County anymore? Are they showing up to say, like, hey, come support this guy, Charles Graham. Come support Sherry Beasley, who's running for Senate. Are they showing up here?
Not that I'm aware of.
A key indicator that Democrats may not view this district as a target to flip is candidate fundraising. Republican David Rouser, an incumbent, has a 4-to-1 advantage over Graham, according to the most recent campaign filings. In North Carolina, though, unaffiliated voters may be the most pivotal.
Our strategy is always going to be hold the base and then be able to win the unaffiliateds and the independents.
I think in North Carolina at some point in the last 9-10 months, what you saw is unaffiliates become the largest single group.
This is the first Native American outreach center in the entire country, and there's no better place for it because of our relationship with the Lumbees. You know, President Trump did a rally here in Robeson County back in 2020. First time they've had a presidential candidate come through Robeson County ever. It shows you how important this area is as a bellwether. When you think about North Carolina, we are 30% Republican, 34% Democrat, 35% unaffiliated. And so for Republicans to win, we have to win that unaffiliated vote by 8 or 10 points.
Is it your opinion that Democrats have maybe not given up, but kind of abandoned kind of their push to get rural voters? Do you see that?
I think that their agenda has just completely alienated rural voters.
Floyd McKissick Jr., a longtime advocate for the Democratic Party, says Democrats have not given up.
We're going to get out there. We're going to knock on the doors. In rural areas, candidates themselves can make a profound difference. When they see that candidate, they shake that candidate's hand, they look in his eyes, and they know that candidate cares about them.
Graham himself, obviously Lumbee, is saying that he feels like there has not been a ton of support.
The party does not always have the money to put in individual congressional districts per se, but they build up rural political infrastructure that helps produce the vote on election day in a predictable, consistent way. And there are going to be a lot of people coming out to vote because of Sherry Beasley being at the top of the ticket. There'll be people coming out to vote because of Democrats running for re-election or for election on our North Carolina Supreme Court, and that's a very critical seat, and for the Court of Appeals. So there are going to be other races people are coming out for, not simply for Charles Graham.
Democrats, though, are being strategic, investing heavily in big cities like Raleigh and Durham. But that does nothing for Graham.
I think longer term, I mean, those urban areas, Democrats will perform exceedingly well in, and the rural areas of our state will, unless there's a reversal of fate. Many of them are a losing population, and those people are moving to the urban areas of our state.
With Election Day just around the corner, Rouser, the incumbent, has a healthy war chest with over $1 million in it. The Democrat has just around $300,000, which seems the party and its big donors are leaving Graham to fend for himself.
The folks here, we don't desire a whole hell of a lot, We just want to be able to make ends meet, support our children, send them to school, make sure they got good teachers, those things that matter every day, put bread on the table, clothe ourselves. And I think our Democratic Party has, I don't want to say taken for granted, but have come up short.